we're going to start with the conspiracy stuff. A lot of people share your opinion about it. Not me.
But Greg, there are certain things that you can agree with. For
Yes.
example, when I was on the Mandela Mondays podcast, when we were talking about all the effects and all the things that are changing in our
Fun stuff. It was crazy stuff.
And you agreed that you remember Sally Fields saying, "You like me, you really like me."
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, there's a few of those I remembered. Actually, a lot of those I remembered.
So
Yeah,
now, again, if you go to YouTube and you watch her speech, "You like me, you really like me," when she won the award, and she was like, "You like you like me," and then she made fun of herself saying it, and it was in all these movies, and even Jim Carrey,
yeah,
had a little spiff about it. Well, now if you go back, it will still say on the side, "You like me, you really like me," which to me means it would be
something that was said before. But right now, at this moment, you like me. She said something like that.
So now it is, "You like me right now, you like me." Now that would never have been made fun of if she did that back then. She even went on David Letterman and spoofed herself and
yeah, no, I remember that stuff.
with the original thing that she said.
Yeah.
So you have to look at yourself, okay, Rachel, why do they do that? Is it concern, turn the particle accelerator on, and they're changing reality? I don't know. But yes.
Instead, tell me, how are we living in the Matrix?
That's not a yes or no question, but yes. If you're living in a matrix in a simulation, then things can actually, well, they can be changed or not changed, but they are fluid. All right. There's particle, there's wave through your observation with the double split experiment. I don't know if you know what that is. Not double shit experiment, double split experiment.
Oh, the split.
All right. Well, anyway, through observation, we can actually collapse a wave or collapse a particle into a wave. Now, what I really believe is happening ultimately right now, and I'm talking about with the war, with your own personal life, with everything around us. When you go to a movie, which we are in a movie, right? But when you go to a movie and you laugh at it, and we laugh at it, or we cry or whatever, we get emotionally involved in that script, right? The script is written so that a bunch of people get involved in believing that it's real, even if it's for 3 hours. Then you leave the movie and Arnold Schwarzenegger really, when he said, "I'll be back," we wished it was a lie, but not everything is true that we see in the movie, right? Are you following me here though?
Yeah, he came back. I remember. Yes.
Okay. But what I'm saying is the powers that be need your emotional luge to then manifest things into reality.
Like, subscribe, comment.
Why does Simpsons predict so many things that end up happening?
Was one of the writers went in the future and then came back? I don't know.
Well, I mean that is
that's the most logical answer.
Well, why do you really think? Like, I want to know, why does Greg think?
I think people just can say anything. Somebody could say, like 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, Donald Trump's gonna be president one day. Was that?
I agree with you there, right? Because there are quinky dinks, but they actually had him going down the escalator with Iyanla, or that's her name, right? Iyanla.
Yeah, whatever her name is. Yeah.
Yeah. Going down the escalator, and if you put the picture of him doing it in reality, and then when they filmed it, and it was identical. So there's certain predictions that people can make, and then okay, that's crazy, but something like that over and over again, and Prince's death, and I mean, they had so many different. Now they call that predictive programming. Do you know what that is?
No, tell me what predictive programming is.
Now they call that predictive programming. Do you know what that is?
No, tell me what predictive programming is.
Do you really not know, Greg? Or are you saying that?
No, I don't know. What's predictive programming?
What do you think predictive programming is?
I don't know. Tell me.
There was a little thing called Pandemic, and then all of a sudden there's a movie on Netflix called Pandemic. Okay. There's many things that don't just happen because they thought maybe in the future there will be a pandemic. No, there's too many things that predictive programming is getting you ready for what they know is going to happen. Therefore, subconsciously, just like this thing right here, they've been doing this for years to us, even through subconscious programming in a commercial. If you slow down the commercial frames back in the day when they used to play these commercials before movies, if you slowed it down frame by frame, it would say, "I want a Coke," or "Go get a Coke, go get more popcorn." And you would. That's called your subconscious. Your subconscious runs everything. I want to ask you something. You are very, you're happy-go-lucky. You're always, I'm gonna say the life of the party. Am I accurate with that?
Yeah, you're accurate. Keep going.
Um, I I do feel that there's a certain secret to what you and I both have, but mostly you. And that is you're absolutely blind to what anyone thinks of you, and blind in the sense that you don't give a shit. Therefore, I remember when my ex just absolutely hated you and you didn't even like it didn't even register. And what's great about that
Yeah.
is that you are actually living again back to the are we living in a simulation? You're living in your own universe. And what's beautiful is that our beliefs and our thoughts create our reality, and you don't have either.
Yeah, I don't have any thoughts.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
No, it is actually a compliment. What I'm saying is you always no matter what, I know I'm gonna laugh with you. No matter what,
It's
I
true.
know you're going to lift my energy up. And I think that just that in general, I'm not a scientist. I haven't proven this, and this is my one of my conspiracies is that I do feel like you're very, very unique, and people like you who are always looking the bright side of stuff, and you're just a really positive person, and not fake positive. You just really you always look at the humor, and
Yeah.
I think that I think that might be the bypass to get through almost everything in life.
I agree. I was just telling somebody the other day that you can choose to be happy. Things are going to happen around you. Things are always going to happen. Bad things are going to happen around you, to your family, to you, to your health, to your job, to your relationships. And you know, you're going to be unhappy, you're going to suffer, but you have to realize that you're going to have to pull out of it. Life's going to go on, and you can choose to be depressed your whole life, miserable, or you can choose to be happy and say, you know what, this happened. I'm sad. I went through it all, but now I'm back to me, and I'm going to be like this as long as I
Depressed
can.
moment in your life,
The most depressed moment?
the saddest moment where you're just like, I don't know how I'm gonna get through this. Like
I can't even remember it.
before we start talking it.
That's true. Well, I would tell you the saddest moment that was probably in your family's life during the pandemic was when you guys had, I think Sundays, you guys, you guys would all have I don't know, like a 4 o'clock from 4 to 5, you guys would all get on a big Zoom and you guys would all talk, and you guys would talk about, I guess,
Anything.
politics or the COVID stuff. And it would drive your family crazy because you're the only one telling not to do whatever. And so I always thought at 4 o'clock, 3/4 of the family dreaded, family time, but they all look forward to 5 o'clock. Like, subscribe, comment,